Garry Marchman and Stanley Yarbrough. Other candidates, James Graves, John J.P. White, and Douglas Williams, could not be with us today. Our first question will start with Mr. Marchman. Roads are always the big issue in Cullman County. What changes, if any, do you propose for the Cullman Road Department?
With our road department, I think what would have a big impact on the road department is creating a good work atmosphere and improving employee morale. Now, with that said, we also have to manage the assets and give them the assets and training that they need to get the job done, because these are the guys that physically do the work. Also, one more thing would be to incorporate as much cross-training as we can, so that we have people that want to move up in our road departments. We have people in line to move up when other people through attrition leaves. So I think that would have a big impact on our road department.
Thank you. And the question now goes to Mr. Yarbrough.
Well, in the last 4 years, we've been implementing the unit system. There is no east and west road department anymore. It's all Cullman County Road Department. We have employees that run motor graders, backhoes, and we've trained, they train partnership, I guess what you could say, is if a man wants to learn how to run a motor grader, we put him on it with an experienced operator, and he learns how to run that machine. And it's worked out great.
Okay. Thank you. We will rotate the order in which we start these questions. So the second question is, much talk continues about keeping water rates as low as possible. Do you feel the large volume users should receive a discount, which would mean residential users would pay a higher per gallon fee? And this question will begin with Mr. Yarbrough.
Well, when you have, poultry is the #1 industry in Cullman County, and we need to do everything that we can to help those poultry growers. And there's not that much difference in between your poultry grower or high volume water users and your home base. Actually, you pay more for a gallon of gas than you do a gallon of water. So I feel like that anything that we can do to help our poultry or our farmers, we need to step out front and do it.
Okay, thank you. Now the question goes to Mr. Marchman.
I tend to agree with Mr. Yarbrough on that high volume use traditionally across the board has always got a discount. If you use more of something, you can buy it cheaper. So I think we need to keep those rates down, but we can't look at only that. We have to look at what the user that's on the fixed income that don't get but a $350 a month Social Security check, if their water rates increase $5 a month, then that $5 has a big impact on that person. So with that in mind, we have to do everything we can to keep the rates as low as we can for everyone.
Okay, thank you. The third question will start with you again, Mr. Marchman. Everyone talks about wasteful government spending. Have you identified any areas where we can cut wasteful spending by the County Commission?
Sir, that's across the board. Good management and good planning has to go into effect to save money. We have to pinch every dime or pinch every penny, as the old saying goes, because it's your money that we're using. It's the taxpayers' money that we're using. So with that said, when I look back on what has been spent, I'm an avid fisherman. I love to fish. I've fished tournaments for years and years, but I can't see spending taxpayers' money to sponsor a BASS boat when we have roads that needs drains fixed in. I can't see that kind of spending as being positive for the people of Cullman.
Okay, thank you. Now the question goes to Mr. Yarbrough.
Well, in 2010, when I was elected to the commission, we only had a 30 to 40 day operating expense. In the last 2 years, we have worked diligently with each other in the commission, and now we're up to, I believe, a $75 to $80 or 80 day operating expense. Our parts, we were putting anywhere from $300,000 to $500,000 a year into that system, besides their budget. Now, our parks are actually paying 80% of their budget back. And it's because we're doing advertisement. We're advertising our parks. We're reaching out into the public, and we have good people in place in our parks. And it's everybody working unified in the county to get where we're at today. And I feel like that we're working great.
Okay, thank you. We invite you to stay with us. We're going to take a commercial break, but we'll be back in just a minute with more discussion. Thank you.
As a local auto owners independent agency, we are dedicated to assisting you in your time of need. We live and work right in your community, and we're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Fortunately, emergencies don't happen every day, but when they do, we're here to personally see you through. For life, home, car, and business insurance, call us, your local independent auto owners agent today.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Coleman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
Pro Audio and Video is your church sound, video, computer, and lighting system experts. We've been installing and servicing these systems for almost 30 years. We've worked with small churches, large churches, and all those in between. We handle all major brands like Mackie, Crown, JBL, PV's Architectural Acoustics, EAW, Shure, DVX, Behringer, and Audio Technica, just to name a few. We have a full service repair shop and free evaluation and estimates. So give us a call today and we'll get the job done.
Wells Turner Family Pharmacy is a proud supporter of local city and county athletics. You can keep your money right here in Coleman because Wells Turner Family Pharmacy is locally owned and operated. At Wells Turner, you won't have to wait long to get your prescriptions filled, but while you're here, you can send a package by UPS, buy a gift in the gift shop, pay your phone bill, or develop your photos using our DKS photo kiosk. Wells Turner Family Pharmacy. We are a Health Mart community pharmacy.
Hello and welcome back to the 2014 Candidate Forum for the Republican primary on June 3rd. Today we're talking with candidates for the Associate Commissioner, Place 2. With us today are Garry, Marchman, and Stanley Yarbrough. We'll continue our questions now. We have rotated the order in which these questions started, and this question will start with you, Mr. Yarbrough. Some candidates are talking about better accountability in the Commission office. How would you improve accountability?
I think accountability is already in the Commission office. You know, we sat down and talk every day with each other, talking about our issues that we have on the west side, the east side, and our departments. You know, you got to have cooperation in the Commission office to make the Commission work, and we have that. We're accountable to each other.
Okay. And now the question goes to Mr. Marchman.
Thank you. Accountability is extremely important, and to begin with accountability, you have to have transparency. You have to let people see what you're doing every day. I think one thing that we must do is we must post monthly how we spend your money. We must post it. If you look at some websites throughout Alabama, every month they have a checklist on every dime that was spent in the county and how it was spent. I think the city of Coleman also does that on their website. Transparency, letting the taxpayers know how you spend your money, and being held accountable for the things that you do.
sort of along the same lines, talking about accountability and transparency. In major purchases, should the purchase always go to the lowest bidder, or should some other considerations be given, such as should county businesses be given a preference? And this starts with Mr. Marchman.
I think we have to stay as local as we can. Now, with that said, if we have one that comes in way under a local business, then we might need to talk to that business and say, you know, why is there such a difference in this bid? Now, we have to do everything we can, to keep local business and local revenue, local income coming into to this county. The other part of the question, to answer it, yeah, it has to be a bidding process. And we have to manage that process through research. We have to know what we're talking about when we go into that process and make sure that the person that gets the bid is well qualified to do what they're supposed to do for the county.
Thank you. And now, Mr. Yarbrough.
Yes, everything that we do in the county is done by a bid process, and we have a 3% in our bids that we can give to a local vendor, and we try to keep as much of it as local as possible. But sometimes we have to go outside of the county to award a bid. We bidded, I forget what it was, we had a bid on here the other day. We actually had people coming from Mississippi and making a bid. That's how good the economy is. You know, we got people of interest wanting to bid on our infrastructure of Coleman County.
Okay. And our last question, we'll start back with you, Mr. Yarbrough. The cost of health insurance for county employees continues to grow and may be getting much larger. How do you recommend that be addressed, and should it be discontinued with the employees applying for the Affordable Care Act exchanges?
That's a hard question to answer. You know, the county, on the county level, we paid, I believe we paid $75,000 in penalty to keep our insurance that we have now. And at any time, the commission can do that for an employee or any employer. I think that's a good thing. You know, but eventually, you know, so we're gonna have to pass it on to the employees. But right now, we're eating as much of it as we can in the county commission.
Okay. And Mr. Marchman?
I think also that we need to make every effort to keep our insurance as low for our employees as we can. There's people that works for the Board of Education that drive school buses, and the reason they drive school bus is for the insurance, because a lot of them are farmers. They have chickens, they have cows, and you know, even the full-time employees. Back to the full-time employees that work for the county. Insurance is something that's going to increase, and we have to do everything we can to give a good insurance plan and to take care of the people, the employees of Coleman County, because like I said before, that's our most important asset.
Okay, thank you. We're going to take another commercial break, but we invite you to stay with us for closing remarks from these candidates. Thank you.
Baker Pro Audio and Video has the video security systems to cover all of your home and business concerns. Wired, wireless, indoor or out, we've got you covered. Standard and high-def cameras, day and night vision, and remote pan-tilt zoom cameras are also available. Whether you need a small 4-camera system or a larger 30-camera system, we've got the one you need. Remote viewing from your home computer, smartphone, and iPad is also available. Whether home or business, call Baker Pro Audio and Video today for your free quote. 256-739-0388.
Wells Turner Family Pharmacy is a proud supporter of local city and county athletics. You can keep your money right here in Coleman because Wells Turner Family Pharmacy is locally owned and operated. At Wells Turner, you won't have to wait long to get your prescriptions filled, but while you're here, you can send a package by UPS, buy a gift in the gift shop, pay your phone bill, or develop your photos using our DKS photo kiosk. Wells Turner Family Pharmacy. We are a Health Mart community pharmacy.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Coleman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
As a local auto owners independent agency, we are dedicated to assisting you in your time of need. We live and work right in your community, and we're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Fortunately, emergencies don't happen every day, but when they do, we're here to personally see you through. For life, home, car, and business insurance, call us, your local independent auto owners agent today.
Hello and welcome back again to the 2014 Candidate Forum for the Republican primary on June 3rd. Again, we're talking with the candidates for Associate Commissioner, Place 2 on the West Side. With us today are Garry Marchman and Stanley Yarbrough. Now we'll begin our closing remarks from these two candidates, and we'll start with Mr. Marchman.
Thank you. I'd like to thank Channel 2 for having us here. It's been a pleasure. It's always good to come out and talk to some smart people and meet you fine folks. But I'm running for you county commissioner, and one of the things that we grew up with, and my dad used to tell me when I was young, is to put your money where your mouth is. One commitment that I've made promises, and people say I don't make any promises. Well, I have made promises. I promised that I would donate the first 6 months of my salary back to county programs that would improve the county, that would be an asset to everyone. I've got some ideas in mind. I hadn't made them public yet, but I will in the near future. I want to be your next county commissioner, and I don't want to do it because of paycheck. I don't want to do it because of the position in government. I want to do it because I want to do something for my community. I love this county. I love the people in this county, and I think we need the best representation we can get. So I would love an opportunity to earn your respect, and would love to have your vote on June 3rd. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Yarbrough?
Yes, I'm Stanley Yarbrough, and on June the 3rd, I'd like to ask for your vote and your support. In the past 4 years, we have accomplished a lot in the county commission. We've got an interchange on 222, which will make great history for Coleman, which means growth and jobs for residents of Coleman County. And I'd like to continue that for the next 4 years. So on June the 3rd, I'd like to ask you for your vote and your support and your prayers. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you to these two candidates. We invite you to watch our next candidate forum, which will be on Wednesday. We'll be talking with candidates for Associate Commissioner, Place 2, which is the East Side. Thank you, and also make your plans to vote on June 3rd.